This is Talk Local to Me from the Central Virginia Business Coalition. Local stories, local business, local impact.
I still like this music.
I do too. It's jamming.
Yeah, that's what I'm over here. I'm dancing. So welcome back to Talk Local to Me. I'm Heather Alto with the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
And I'm Mike Norfield with the Visiting Angels of Lynchburg, America's Choice in Home Care.
Do you know what today is? It's
Wednesday.
Yep. Do you know what else today is? It's two things, actually. Two things. So let me see if you can get one of them right. No, you can't look.
Is it a perfect day?
No, it's not a perfect
I think
day.
that's the 25th.
Not per Miss Congeniality. No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, not that. So it's Earth Day.
It's Earth Day.
So
I celebrate it by coming to the earth.
People. Done.
I just said, I hope I'm not as snarky as yesterday. Apparently.
End of podcast. No. So it's Earth Day. So if you're out there, doing great things for the earth, or at least do it today.
Yeah.
Because it's Earth Day. And then also, and I just found this out, is today is like Professional Assistance Day.
It is Administrative Assistance
Day. So Megan's not at the office today, and she's probably not listening to this. So I got to make sure I have something fun on
She
her desk
doesn't listen?
tomorrow.
Wait, she doesn't listen?
I don't know.
She needs to listen to this episode because I'm going to trash her all episode. Now I know she doesn't listen.
Don't do that to her.
So you should go get her some Shipley's Donuts.
I need to get her something to, she's going to be at Bagels and Benefits in the morning, but then we're going back to the office. So I'm going to have a little something for her. But I just realized it was Assistance Day today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody said that to me.
So if you have a really fantastic assistant, show them that you love them because they probably do more from you than you even realize. And they should be appreciated and all the good things. So I knew that was today. You know what tomorrow is?
Thursday. April 23rd.
Tomorrow's my anniversary.
Oh, Yay! Hey, look at that.
So my husband, who never listens to the show either, so he doesn't care. Hopefully he'll remember tomorrow.
I think I have his number.
Do not message him. No, he's actually taking me out of town this weekend. We're going to Bristol.
Is he bringing you back?
You're on it today, aren't you?
I'm telling you, I don't know what it is.
No, he's taking me to Bristol to, we're going to the casino, but we're staying at the Sessions, which is really nice down there. And then he got me front row tickets to see the Jen Blossoms in concert. So I'm super excited because everyone knows I love my concerts. So, yeah, we're going to that. And then we're going to a winery and going antiquing, and it's going to be a great weekend.
Nice.
Look at him doing good things.
Yeah.
So even if he forgets to tell me tomorrow, it's okay because he already did all the other things.
He's got something planned.
Yeah. So anyway, now that y'all listening to us jabber for a minute, quick couple things we have coming up. It's actually winding down because like a couple months ago, I feel like I did this section. It took like 20 minutes because we had so many things coming up. But if you're a business and you're listening in, whether you're a member of the Central Virginia Business Coalition or not, but if you're in the Lynchburg region and you want to come out and take part in some events locally to boost your business, we'd love to have you. Tomorrow we have a coffee talk, not tomorrow. Sorry, this is Wednesday. I'm already on Friday. We have a coffee talk in Lynchburg at 5 Rings Financial located on Langland Road. And we're there from 8 to 10 a.m. Great opportunity to come out and network, meet other business owners.
Yeah.
And we're also doing her ribbon cutting. So probably around 8:30. I think we're going to get people there, go out and do the ribbon cutting, then come back in and, continue the network. But great opportunity, like I said, to get out there and like I said, it's free to members or non-members. We want you to come check us out. If you're a non-member, come see what we do, come network with people, make some new friends. So we've got that coming up on Friday. And then our big event coming up is our Women's Empower Conference. That's happening April the 30th.
Yep.
Ladies, you still have time to get a ticket. We are going to keep tickets open until Friday. So if you are interested in attending this conference next Thursday, if you don't come, you're missing out because it's going to be amazing. We have some fabulous speakers. Tickets are $99, but you get so much with that. That includes all of our speakers. It includes breakfast. It includes lunch. It includes some really great options during the day. Like we get little charcuterie cup snacks for each woman. You get little cookies that say Empower on them, and they're delicious. We have these really awesome giveaways. So every woman that attends is getting a over the door carry-on makeup case. What are they called? Travel bags.
Yeah.
So, and they're going to be filled with little goodies that we've gotten from different businesses that wanted to hand out some goodies. So you're going to get one of those. You get a free t-shirt if you
already registered.
Yeah. So you get a free t-shirt if you've already registered. All of that for $99. Like, honestly, that is a great deal. It really is. So we still have tickets available.
So much away from the speakers, like priceless.
I love this event. It is probably my favorite event that we do all year long, right? And we do a lot of events.
Jennifer, is it because it's the one that I'm not invited to?
Well, I hate to say that on the radio.
Yeah, we don't want to put it out there.
We love you, Mike.
Okay, thank you.
It's just not your place.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, unless you're delivering our Chick-fil-A, then you're welcome.
Right.
We'll take snacks and food.
Right. Yeah, usually I'm the DoorDasher.
Yeah. But so we've had some great speakers, right? We've had some really good speakers.
Yeah.
This year, I'm really excited for this year's set of speakers.
Yeah.
And
got some new
I don't know if it's just because they're new, they're not from like our area. A couple of them are from Roanoke, a couple like ones from like the Rocky Mount Lake area. It's just I'm just really excited. I'm excited about the content. I'm excited about like the theme and what our speakers are kind of bringing, what we've talked about so far that they're kind of going to be talking about. So I don't know. I'm really excited for this year's event. So ladies, make sure to get your tickets because it really is a fun day. And we want you there. So if you're interested in a ticket, you can email me, heather@cvabc.org. And I can send you the link to register, or you can just go to www.cvabc.org and look it up under our events on our events calendar, and you can register that way. So either way, we can get you set up, and it's a lot of fun, and you should be there.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what we have coming up in April.
Yeah. I know Marilyn's excited for it. So.
Yeah.
And people get upset when I call her Marilyn, so I'll also say my mom is also excited.
She's the best.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like her. I might keep her.
I would.
She's probably
don't
listening.
Want her, I'll take her.
's probably listening. That's the only reason I'm saying nice things.
Well, she knows she has a second home.
Yes. Well.
So a lot of great things coming up. We also have our CVABC Open, our putt-putt tournament coming up May 5th.
Right.
So if anyone wants to register for that, it's from 3 to 8. We love to have teams come out. I love seeing the teams of families. So we do it from 3 to 8 because your team can be your kids. I mean, we're playing putt-putt. So get them out of school, bring them, do something fun. And I love seeing it when we have the teams that show up with their
And I love that it's 3 to 8. So if people can, if they can get away from work and do it early, they can. But also if they don't get off till 5, they're able to still go and participate. So
Yep. And to come in and play, it's about $20. It comes to about $20 a person. Now you can sign up.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you can sign up for a team of 2 or a team of 4, or you can just come individually. And that includes unlimited golf. So you can play the course, a couple times if you'd like. Play one course, play the second course. It also includes pizza and drinks. So you get a lot for it. We also have giveaways throughout the event. Every time you get a hole-in-one, you can put your name in we do raffle giveaways for the hole-in-ones. We are still in need of hole sponsors. So if your business wants to sponsor a hole, it is $100 for one course or $150 for both.
Right.
And you get your name put on the little sign at your hole. And the really cool thing for putt-putt is they keep them up for 2 weeks. So you're not just getting recognition on that one day. I mean, you're getting it for 2 full weeks of people coming in, and playing putt-putt and doing all the things. So it's a great opportunity to get involved that way too. So that's it for me right now.
Are you sure?
Probably not.
Okay.
I'm done talking right now. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. So we have 2 fabulous guests here with us today.
Absolutely fabulous.
Absolutely fabulous. And spring is here. And I don't know about you guys, but I have absolutely nothing to wear. I pulled out. So I kid you not, I did the thing where you change over from, your winter clothes to your summer clothes, and you throw your winter clothes in a bucket, and not a bucket, but a box. And I tried to do the thing where before I put it in the box, I said, did I wear this? And if I didn't, I tossed it to the Goodwill pile, and then the stuff that I did wear. And then I packed it up. And then it got cold the last 2 days, and I said, crap. And I took it back out for a minute.
I had Sheena came home, and she looked at our bed, and she's like, what happened? And in our house, we call that following the ADHD trail, right? So I went to pull, I asked Siri, or Alexa, whatever her name is, my administrative assistant. I'll have to get her something nice today, like a digital gift card or something. I asked her, hey, what's the weather today? And she's like, oh, it's going to be 3,000 degrees. And I was like, oh, like, I think it's time to start getting rid of all the winter stuff. So I pulled every sweater, hoodie, everything out of my closet and put it on the bed. And then I was like, wait a second. I was like, Siri, like, what's the weather for the rest of the week? And it was going to be like 32 one morning. I'm like, let me put all this back. So yeah, I hate this time of year where I have three coats at work already because, you wear the coat in the morning, then you go to leave in the afternoon. You're like, oh, it's nice outside.
Yeah.
So the collection of coats has started.
So I'm playing that game, but then I'm also like, oh, I need new clothes for the spring and the summer. And, I don't have time to go out shop all the time. I'm busy. I'm doing things. And so, but our guest here today can help us with that.
Absolutely.
And I want to welcome Sherry McNamara here with Cabi. I always want to say Cabi. Like it just sounds, I don't know. Fancy. Yes. Cabi, but it's Cabi. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And if you haven't yet, and we've talked about this before, but we do have a new kind of benefit with the Central Virginia Business Coalition, which is our tea time videos, which pop up on our Facebook page, but also on our YouTube channel.
And Sherry, yours just came out.
Yeah, Sherry's came really out good. Like a week ago, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe a week or two.
Yeah.
So, if you listen to us here today, go and check that out too, because you may hear something new or different that we talked about there and we don't hit on here. But it was a really nice interview. So thank you for doing that with us.
Thank you. Happy to be here again.
So let's talk a little bit. Tell us what Cabi is, first off.
Okay. So obviously we've been talking. Cabi is a fashion brand for women. And it was founded about 22 years ago by some women just like us who were sitting around talking about their shopping experience. And they worked at Nordstrom. And they're like, we need to create a better environment for women to shop, something that they can enjoy with their friends. They can give each other feedback because, when you go into a department store, you're kind of alone and then you run out and get the next size and you don't really have anybody there to critique you except the mirror in front of you, which is...
And we're always our own biggest critic, right?
Exactly.
So, and I love that, like, you can kind of shop and get everyone's opinion because, like, it's hard when I don't go shopping by myself. So, and rarely do I buy something online, right? Because I'm short. I'm wide. I'm like a square. I'm SpongeBob SquarePants. So, like, to find something that's in my size can be a challenge, right?
I'm gonna see that now.
Right.
I'll never, ever
get
that image.
I'm gonna wear a yellow shirt with a red tie and brown shorts to Coffee Talk now. So,
I dare you.
But it's hard to shop by yourself. Like, I won't go unless, like, my wife is with me. She'll be like, you need to buy new clothes, things like that. I'm like, okay, let's go. But being able to do it and have your friends there, because, like, when Shane and I go shopping, she's like, how does this look? I think everything looks great on her, right? But she doesn't always feel great in it. So it's that she's got to find that thing that I'm like, oh, it looks good and it feels good. And with Cabi, like, you've kind of got that feedback from your friends who, and a lot of times they're going to be a little more honest than your husband because, like, Sheena looks great and everything, right?
Exactly.
So,
Yep. Yeah.
So I love that you can have that environment and have people there and have fun with it.
Right. I think, that's one of the things with Cabi. It's not just about sales. It's about building community.
Yeah.
And meeting other women and just having that fellowship opportunity. The clothes are a bonus. But like I mentioned before, it's just so fun to go out and meet new women and put them in an outfit where they feel beautiful and confident about themselves. And they're hearing that from their friends.
So what made you get started, like doing Cabi?
Cabi?
Yep.
So my full-time job is I'm an RN. And I work for Fleet Laboratories, but we were working from home, and I was like, gosh, I need to do something else, something fun. And I'm looking around at all my clothes, and I'm like, oh, well, this would be a great opportunity to get into fashion. And I can do it on the side. I can do it after hours, the weekends, whenever. And so I reached out to the company, and person that represented this area was retiring. And because I'd been a lifelong Cabi shopper, I applied, and I've been doing it now for 6 years.
That's awesome. And I will say, so as somebody who apparently, as my children have told me, especially my youngest, I don't have a lot of fashion sense. Like I just, go out. I'm always picking something out and I'm like, this is cute. And she's like, Mom, ew, that's not cute. Or like, that does not match, or that does not, One of the things that I like about Cabi, because I've been to a party, it's been a few years. It's been a few years since I've been to one. But what I did love about it was two things. One, you were in a room full of women that, did... it's kind of the thing where like, oh, this would look really good with this. And so you got a lot of ideas, but you also had that stylist there too, that was like, oh, you should layer this with this and this with this and stuff that like I would never have thought about. I would have just been like, oh, here's some jeans and a shirt and away I go. And I always see these women that are out and about with like the shirts and the blazers and like the really cute stuff. And I'm like, how do you know to do that? And for me, it's like I get up, I throw jeans and a shirt, I pull my hair in a ponytail, and away we go. Like that's just me. But
me too.
I want to learn more, and I think that's something that you do with Cabi that is so interesting and fun. Like I think that's great for women who maybe don't have that fashion sense,
right?
Yeah,
and
like me.
When we do shows, because there's a lot of different ways to promote Cabi. The shows are the most fun, obviously, because I always encourage people try on one thing that you wouldn't normally try on.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times they're like, wow, I really do like this.
Yep.
But like you said, putting an outfit together, and with Cabi, there's also an app. So like if you buy one piece, it will tell you what to match that piece with in your closet.
I like that.
Because
cool.
It'll make suggestions, and you can think, well, I have jeans, or I have a khaki skirt or whatever, and that piece will go with what you already have.
Mm-hmm.
So you can build that outfit from the start.
Okay. See, I like that. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's a really cool feature on the app.
Mm-hmm.
The other cool thing about Cabi is the colors never change. So you know how sometimes blacks and navies, reds don't match?
Mm-hmm.
Cabi always keeps the same Pantone color. So season to season, like if you bought black pants last season and you want a black sweater to go with them this season, they'll match. You're guaranteed a match.
That right there is amazing, because I have that issue quite a bit when I go out and buy stuff, and then I'm like, oh, that's not the same color.
You think it is, but then you get it home and it's like, it's just off a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's another cool feature.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
You sure can.
I'm so intrigued by this.
So, yeah.
So, do you bring a variety of clothing and sizes?
So what happens is, as a stylist, you buy your inventory twice a year. There's a fall, winter, spring, summer collections. And Cabi sends one item of every piece for that season, and it's in multiple sizes. And so like when we have a show, you can try on, I can measure you, like if the piece you're interested in is medium, for example, I know how to fit you to see, do you need a large or do you need a small? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because we're all trained when we go to Fashion Week on how to fit the clothes on different body types. And Cabi's expanding this year to where they're going to have petites. We've never had petites before, so I'm really excited about that because I have to have everything hemmed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll have 3 hem lengths for pants. And the other thing is, like, I can drop the clothes off at somebody's house. Like if I know, let's say Heather's looking at athletic wear for the summer, I can just bag those clothes up, drop them off at her house. She can keep them for a few days, try them on, and then I can go back and pick them up. So there's a lot of variety of ways of looking at the clothes.
I'm going to need a bag dropped off at my
This
office.
is like a whole new
I
way
love
of
it.
doing this.
It's-
What's the size range?
The sizes range extra, extra small to extra, extra large, or 00 to 18. depending on if it's a numerical size.
Okay. That's really cool. Because, another thing I've seen, like those online, like you have the Stitch Fixes and there's a couple other ones. And, I see people, the thing I don't really love about those is they only send you like what they think, like one option, you know what I mean? And like, I'll get it and I'll be like, that isn't even what I didn't need a necklace and a purse. I wanted this and this. So I think, having you locally, it's also a great opportunity because people can you can bring it to them and I don't have to wait like 5 days to get it in the mail and then mail it back. You know what I mean? I think this is just a much better option.
Right. And you were talking about cleaning out your closet and 3 things that Cabi promotes when you're cleaning out your closet. Think about 1, elevating a piece. So like if you have a white t-shirt, think about getting a graphic t-shirt for fun.
Mm-hmm.
One piece that you're confident in, don't ever get rid of that confidence piece. That piece you're going to wear for an interview or out to dinner where you just really feel pretty in that piece.
Mm-hmm.
And the third thing is something seasonal. Cabi's not about being trendy, but they're about being on trend. So let's say for the summer, the long Greek pattern blue and white dresses are on trend now. You see them everywhere. So they're always like have one thing in your closet that's on trend per season.
Okay.
So as you're cleaning out your closet and looking to what you have coming up, those are 3 things to keep in mind.
That's very good. I wouldn't have thought of, maybe the t-shirt, like making sure you have, but I'm not ever on trend. I feel like all my clothes are probably from like this shirt. I think I've had for like 50 years. No, I'm not that old, but I've had it for a really long time. So we talked about, I mentioned that I have done parties. Do y'all still do where you can have people over and inviting your family? Like what's the best way to introduce others to Cabi or to kind of promote what you do?
Yeah. The best way is to host a show, clearly, because you want to get the clothes in front of women. You want the women to try them on, get the feedback from their friends or their family. And to have a show, it only takes the hostess and 2 people.
Okay.
And that's considered a show. But I've done shows where there's up to 20 people there.
Ooh.
But it's clothes are flying everywhere and it's really just a lot of fun. You have a bowl of popcorn, maybe a bottle of wine, and your friends come over and I call it play dress up.
See, I knew I liked you. Popcorn and wine, like you're speaking my language.
My favorite thing.
Right?
Yeah.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's great. So and the benefits of hostessing are fabulous.
I was going to ask, are there incentives for having a party? And
yes. So, for example, if the hostess sells $1,000 in clothes, she, as the hostess, is going to get 5 pieces of clothing at half price.
That's not bad.
And through the end of May, there's a special where hostesses get 1 free item for hosting the show, regardless of the sales. So they do a lot of perks, benefits. And of course, the more clothes that are sold, the more benefits the hostess gets.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how does somebody go about getting set up with you? Like if they want to host a show or, even just contact you about getting a catalog or, finding out more information.
Yeah. So if you go on and do cabionline.com, Sherry McNamara, I'll pop up and all my contact information is there. And then also, you can reach me by text or email.
Okay. Yep. I have her. I was looking at her website. That green. I like this green shirt. I almost want this lobster sweater.
Oh, that's so cute. And actually,
is that on trend? Like I need a lobster sweater.
It's on trend. And starting Monday, there's several pieces that were called carryovers from the resort collection. They all go on sale at 30% off starting on Monday.
Okay.
Now, when you come to karaoke on a Saturday night, you could wear the lobster sweater. Just saying.
Lobster sweater.
It'd fit the theme. So, we asked, is there anything else that you wanted to tell us about Cabi that we didn't talk about?
Just to mention that Cabi is very philanthropic. And each season there's one piece of clothing. It's called the Heart of Cabi piece. And for every item that's sold, an item is donated to a woman in need. Obviously, they have the roundup like most places. The roundup goes towards building backpacks for kids. And also for like hurricane victims. And I actually went to Asheville, North Carolina. We had a clothing opportunity for women to come in, and they each got to pick 10 items for free. And it was phenomenal. It was so touching to my heart to see all these women that had lost everything come in and get these 10 items of clothing. So Cabi does that all over the U.S. and Canada. When there's been some kind of natural disaster and women have lost things.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
So we ask every podcast guest 2 questions. The first one is, how long have you been part of the Central Virginia Business Coalition?
Well, off and on, probably 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably so.
And what do you think is the greatest benefit of being part of the CVABC?
This opportunity to get the brand awareness out there.
Yeah, the marketing.
The marketing, yep.
I think that's a big benefit with our organization that you don't necessarily, get everywhere else. And that's one thing I've worked really hard on, is trying to put things like this together so small businesses can market a little bit, not necessarily always for free, but small things like this that are not small. This is a big podcast. It's amazing.
It is 32 million listeners.
Yeah. So anyway, but so I think that's really important that we have options like this for business owners.
Yeah, I think it is too.
So, well, thank you for joining us today. Again, if you are looking to refresh your wardrobe, please reach out to Sherry, find out how you can get, maybe a catalog from her, how you can host a party, get together you're with your friends and help support her business and, make yourself look a little bit more on trend for the upcoming season. So we are going to cut to a quick commercial and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Omega Disaster Restoration, located in Campbell County, Virginia. Omega specializes in water, fire, and smoke damage restoration, as well as mold remediation. Their region includes Central and Southwest Virginia, which spans a vast service area from Blacksburg to Charlottesville and Stanton to Danville.
In addition to disaster restoration and full-service reconstruction and remodeling, Omega is proud to offer custom all-wood cabinets through their Hanover Woodworking Studio, custom countertops via their Top Solution Studio, and dumpster services through Old Dominion Dumpsters, all part of the Omega family of brands. A beautiful showroom is currently under construction at their Exchange Drive location and will be soon open to the public, showcasing their diverse offerings.
Customers can call 434-616-4659 for emergency assistance with water, fire, smoke damage, or mold remediation needs. Omega provides 24/7 emergency response, ensuring that help is always available. Locally owned and not a franchise, Omega is your first and last call in any emergency, restoring your home or business from beginning to end. For more information about Omega Disaster Restoration and their comprehensive services, please visit omegadisasterrestoration.com/VA/Lynchburg.
Visiting Angels, America's Choice in Home Care, is now serving Lynchburg and the surrounding counties from their new location at 2201 Linghorn Road, providing our community with personal care services, including assistance with bathing, dressing, meal preparation, grocery shopping, light housekeeping, and much more. Our trained staff have to pass all of our requirements for a high standard of care, ensuring that you have a compassionate, kind, and qualified caregiver. Our office team works with you as a partner in providing care for you or your family member to make the task of starting and continuing care an easier process. At Visiting Angels, we understand that every individual is different. That's why our team of dedicated caregivers is committed to providing tailored assistance to make you happier and healthier at home. Call 434-439-4698 to learn more about our services and schedule a free in-home, no-obligation consultation. Trust Visiting Angels in Lynchburg to bring peace of mind to you and your loved ones.
Visiting Angels, America's Choice in Home Care.
And welcome back. I love that commercial. So I think it's great. What I think is really cool. So we were just talking about Sherry said that one of her favorite things was like the marketing opportunities and things like that. Like to hear that commercial and realize that in the next month or two, we'll be celebrating 10 years since we started the journey to open our office. So
Yay.
a decade I've been doing this, Jennifer. I'm not that old. Like, I can't believe I started this when I was 15.
I know.
Like, it's crazy.
Just a baby in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's really cool to hear that and hear that commercial actually talks about our new office. We've been in that new office like 2 years now. So, it's fantastic 2.5 years. So, but it's fantastic to hear, like, when I recorded that, we had just moved our office, right? And now here we are getting ready to celebrate 10 years. So we're going to have to do a celebration.
It's time for a party.
I think it is. So, but
I
yeah,
like a good party.
today we want to introduce Jennifer Adamczak. If you can spell her name first try, I'll give you $1.
Yeah.
And if you had a $1 for every time it was misspelled, you wouldn't be sitting here because you'd be in the Bahamas.
That would be 100%.
I'm just saying. So you're going to talk to us today about Hilton and what they've got going on, right?
Yes, I'm very excited to be here. Thank you all for having me today.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'm super excited. This week is Hilton's Global Week of Engagement. So this is a week-long opportunity for all of the hotels that Hilton owns, manages, franchises to participate in engaging with our employees, our guests, and our community. So we have all kinds of fun things that we're doing. It's unique to each property. You get to do, whatever works for you and your staff.
I like it.
And so we're super excited. And I wanted to share a little bit about Hilton. I wrote down some facts on a napkin in my car. This is really fancy.
I'm sorry. That is
Very professional.
Very professional, top of the
$1
line.
million stationery right there.
Yes. So Hilton is a name that I think is recognized around the world. Most people are pretty familiar with it. But to give you some perspective of just how far our global reach is, we have 24 different brands. We have over 9,100 individual hotel properties.
Wow.
We have 1.3 million hotel rooms throughout the world. We are represented in 143 different countries and territories. We have over 200 million Hilton Honors members.
Hey, I'm one of them.
Yes,
Same.
good.
Yay, me.
You ought to be, and if you're not, you need to join.
That's right.
We employ over 500,000 team members, and we have been ranked in 2023 and 2025 as the world's best place to work.
Wow.
There's just some pretty impressive numbers.
That's
all right.
pretty
So-
impressive.
So you can talk about companies being impressive with like their reviews and like how the experience is with them and things like that. It is much harder to be a good employer than it is to be a good business. And Hilton manages to do both, right? So to hear that number is like that's what scores with me,
Yes.
right? Because when we opened our business, like I wanted to be a good service provider and a good employer. And I feel like we've done pretty well at that. So that's something that I focus on. So
Yes.
it's cool to hear Hilton that is so big, like being big like Hilton is and having that many employees, things like it's hard to be a good place to work. Right. But it's because of awesome people like you.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very proud to work for Hilton Properties, very much so. And here's another little interesting fact. 99% of Hilton's properties are managed or franchised, which means that Hilton as a company is not directly owning and managing them, but they are being managed as small businesses. So a lot of times people will look at me like, why are you a member of the CVAC?
Right.
Because they focus on small business. Well, my hotels are small businesses in your community. Each of those hotels has less than 50 employees. We're small businesses, very much so.
Right.
We've earned our seat at the table with the CVABC.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty impressive because you have a lot of small business owners that are managing these properties and employing the people that are your neighbors, your children's parents, friends, and it's really important. We play a pretty significant part in the community.
Yeah.
In the city of Lynchburg, there are 7 different Hilton properties.
Right.
Think about that.
Yeah.
little old Lynchburg. We have 7 Hilton properties. And on average, if we all employ about the same number of people, give or take, you're looking at about 150 to 200 employees in our community that are employed by Hilton. So I take that very seriously. I think that's something to be really proud of.
It is.
I like to be a good steward of the company, but also a good steward of the industry in our community. And so we do a lot to give back to the community and a lot to give people opportunities and jobs and a way to take care of themselves and their family. So throughout this week, we get to shine. We get to talk about these kind of things, and we get to be out and about in the community. And a few things that we are doing at our hotel on Monday, we had cookies and lemonade. Yes,
I saw that.
everybody should come by. On Monday, it was cookies and lemonade in both of our lobby for all of our guests. And then yesterday, the Homewood Suites, because we are an extended stay property, we have fully equipped kitchens in every room. So periodically, we cycle through some of the things that are the housewares that are offered in those rooms, and we have to replace them. So we were able to donate a very significant amount of stuff to Interfaith Outreach yesterday.
I love it.
That's
It was
great.
amazing. And they were so appreciative. And I don't know if you all are familiar with what they do, but an incredible organization that does a lot of good for our community. They really are in a place of trying to give people a hand up in the world when times get tough. And so they help people establish a home sometimes, give them the things that they need. So we were able to give them pots, pans, plates, glasses, silverware. It was great. So that was a lot of fun.
All those things that you never really think about, like when somebody either goes from being unhoused to being able to live somewhere, and like the expense of that stuff, right?
Very expensive.
And the pots and pans and being able to give them that gently used and let's be honest, in a extended stay even, they're really not getting daily use, right? Because whenever I've stayed in extended stay, I'm eating out every time, especially if I'm on like
Jennifer
a business
doesn't
trip.
like to cook, so you never have to worry about me using dishes.
Yeah, I got Door Dasher, Door Prancer. I got all of them. So that was a little Santa reindeer joke that I thought of earlier, and I was holding on to it. I'm glad I got the opportunity to say it because it was going to make my head explode.
Yes.
As the show derailed.
Yes.
But I love that you're like being able to give back like that. And like you said, Hilton is a national name. So I get all the time, people are like, oh, Visiting Angels, like how many locations do you have? I love that question because I'm always like, yeah, we're locally owned. Like we opened the office and they're like, oh, how many locations do you have? And I'm like, about 600. People's eyes glaze over. Yeah. And all of a sudden they really want to be my friend because they think we own 600 offices. No, we own one. But we're a franchise system, right? And Hilton's, it's kind of like the same thing. Like you're operating under that name, but they are local businesses that are running with that nationally known thing. And it's like, it really made me look at, I think I even wrote an article for something we had come up with CVBC about
the local
franchise business versus local business, right? Because like Shipley's Donuts, it's still a locally owned business.
That's one of the biggest things I get is people that ask us, like, just like Jennifer said, we support local, we support small, and they're like, oh, well, you've got a lot of these. So, for example, when we hosted when we hosted Coffee Talk, hold on, a couple years ago, it didn't happen this year, it was last year, I think, and we mentioned Coffee Talk was at the Chick-fil-A corporate office, and I posted it on one of the local Facebook group pages. And I had another local business that did food, or he ran a food truck thing anyway. And he posted on there kind of a snarky remark about, well, you would think they would use a local food truck instead of a larger corporate. And so I had to go on there and explain, like, one, we would love to host Coffee Talk at a food truck location, but, I don't really know how we would do that. I mean, I guess we could all stand outside of a food truck. Right. But like the other thing was, Chick-fil-A here is owned by a local family. Right.
Two different families because there's two different franchise systems.
There's two different franchises here. Right. So two local families. And I think that's something people do have a hard time understanding, that just because it has a national name associated with it does not mean it's not a local family that is supporting or being supported by your dollars when you go through their drive-thrus or walk into their hotels or do, have care taken through Visiting Angels. Like it all still is coming locally. And you've also got to think they're here in your local market too. So it is still going back to the towns and the cities and the counties that they're in too. So that when you're looking at infrastructure or all the things that are supported by local dollars,
and
it's going there.
We put a lot of money back, like as our business, right? We put a lot of money back into the community and things like that. Like we've done anything I can think of to give back to the community, like I try to do. And what's really hard is because we are locally owned and operated, people think like, oh, it's a national company. They got all this money to give away. We don't.
Right.
Right. It comes literally out of the Northfield family's pocket. Right. So I'm very careful about what I spend and things like that. But also, we try very hard to give back. And so I met, shout out to the Short Kings, because we got to mention Short Kings on the podcast. Me and Rob Wheeler met for breakfast the other day, and he was like, what made you kind of start your business? And I was like, my motivation for growing this is I want to be able to give one check to one nonprofit at one time, and I want to be able to give a $10,000 check. We are not there, just for the record, right? So, but that's when I'll know that like we've kind of made it. It's that ability to give back. And what I love is like Jennifer is very involved with CVABC and with local businesses, and you will hear her a lot promoting and working for little like small businesses, right?
Absolutely.
And
we use
I
them
love it.
all for things that we need. You know, we have heating, cooling, pool,
Yep.
electrical. We need to order giveaways. We have food that comes into the building, uniforms. There's a lot of stuff that we use local vendors for. We also, the community is who's coming and using
Right.
our
Yes.
meeting and event space.
That's what I was just getting ready to say.
It's we have a give and take relationship there. So it's very important to us to be in the community and part of the community. And I always remind people, the national brands that have franchise opportunities with local owners, you have all the power of that brand as far as systems, processes,
Education.
rewards programs, education, all of that. But you have the local heart that's running the business.
Love it.
And everywhere you go, I mean, that's why I love the hospitality industry so much. I mean, this is a lifelong journey for me.
Right.
Is you travel and everywhere is a different experience with some similar continuity. There's a common thread that runs through it, but each town, each community, each hotel has its own personality.
Yeah.
And so you get that flavor of that community based on the people that they hire to work there. And we, again, I'm mentioning, we're employing several hundred people between the Hilton properties here in town. Those are all people that live here locally.
Right.
So they're taking their paycheck that they earn from us, and they're coming back out into the community and spending that with all of you and with your businesses. And I love that we offer people an option too. We hire all kinds of people from all different backgrounds. That's the beauty of the hospitality industry, is you can come from a variety of socioeconomic, educational backgrounds, and there is a place for you in our industry. There absolutely is. And we, I call us the great equal opportunity employer, because
Right.
we literally can run the gamut on what is your background and can we find a place for you?
Yeah.
Because the answer is more often than not, yes, you have a home here with us. And I love it. I don't think anybody has ever questions how much I love my job or the hospitality
I
industry.
love that you have a home here with us. Like, if you don't use that for an employment campaign and to move it up to Hilton to that's fantastic.
Sign me up.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Trademark that puppy.
You have a home with Hilton. That's fantastic. I'm banging the table like a crazy person. I feel like Tom Cruise jumping on the couch. Like,
Love it.
only the older people in the crowd will get that, but it's fine.
Well, I just want to mention, like, as someone who has utilized both Hilton Garden Inn and Homewood Suites for various things. So, with the Central Virginia Business Coalition, we host quite a few of our events at both hotels. So like tomorrow morning, we're going to be at the Homewood Suites. We have our Bagels and Benefits event where we talk about benefits and, meet with new members. And we've been hosting that at the Homewood Suites now, probably going on 2 years, every quarter. And it's a great space. It is exactly what I need. I have the ability to set up some food, but I have the AV, the television. I can hook up what I need, and it's, small and intimate, and I love it. And then we've used the Hilton Garden Inn for larger events, whether it has been, we have used it for conferences. I have used it for expo type, events with vendors set up, and also with coffee talks where we're just mingling, and we've had everything from coffee provided to a, box lunches to even an upscale breakfast and lunches too. So
Their bacon is amazing. I'm just saying.
We
It
do
is.
have the best bacon.
You do have
I
the
don't know what
best
the secret is, but like,
This is how I make friends, as I lure them.
It's the bacon. But yeah, and it's been we've had all of those options, but then even on a personal level, like I have even used the Hilton Garden Inn. I booked an evening for my daughter and some friends. We did a fun night out and kind of a staycation. We went to a concert and then in Roanoke, and then we drove back to the Hilton. We had some dinner and we just spent the night in a hotel room. Instead of just going home and having the slumber party, we slumber partied in the Hilton Garden Inn, and they loved it. And they bounced on the beds, and I said, "Calm down," because it was like almost 1:00 in the morning. I'm like, people are sleeping, girls, and they're having a blast in their room. But and then we got up and we had breakfast downstairs, and it was just fun for them to get out and get away and do the staycation. I talk about staycations all the time. Sometimes you just don't want to be at home.
right.
I get a lot of people that call me to make reservations for that very reason.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I think when you live in a community, you don't spend a lot of time in the hotels in those
Right.
communities.
Mhm.
Like, why would you? But always, I encourage people, keep us in mind. Like, if you just need a break, a change of scenery, your power goes out in a storm, the in-laws or the outlaws are coming, and you're just not up for having all those people.
Or if you're doing like a big work project or something, and you have a busy household and you're like, you know what, I need a space to just
Yes.
I need to have a good night's sleep and I need to be able to work on it. Like, go get a hotel room. Like, they've got the little desk that you can work on all that stuff. I love it when I travel for conferences and I'm able to set up the little desk because I take my computer and I do all the little project things that I didn't have time for when I can't sleep in a hotel because I'm going to Arizona in a couple weeks. That time change is going to throw me off so bad, right? So I know I'm going to take my computer and I'm going to work on some things and I'm, and get them done. And that little workspace is just fantastic. So
Yes, and we have great workspace in all the rooms. You have free Wi-Fi, free parking,
unlimited coffee.
unlimited coffee all day long. We have indoor pools at both hotels. We have really nice fitness centers with equipment at both hotels. So,
And I'm going to just say something about that because you've got the pool. No, I'm serious. I'm taking it back to the thing I did for my daughter where I brought 3 of her friends and we had the overnight. You tell me where you can have a birthday type party around town nowadays.
Right.
For the price of what I could get a room for and go and have a nice stay and they could get in the pool and they could do, have breakfast and everything else. Done. I mean, that was much more, I would say, cost effective for me. They got to do fun things. They did something that was a little out of the ordinary. And I wasn't paying $500-$600 for just a 2-hour party room.
And
I'm just saying.
we are not a big tourist town, right? Like, people come for liberty, people come for family, people come for events, things like that. But we are not like a destination for a vacation, right? So I bet the pool was pretty much a private pool while you were there. A few people, things like that. But it's not people aren't coming here for a vacation. They maybe come to see family and use the pool.
right.
But it's also if you're local and you go and stay the night and you got your little staycation going on, it's not going to be 1,000 people in the pool.
Fun. Yep,
So
absolutely.
I love it.
I don't know that I know. Does Homewood have a pool? Okay,
Yes.
I've never seen that
It's a
one.
beautiful swimming pool.
I've never been in that one, so I wasn't
Is
sure.
that indoor or outdoor?
They're both indoor.
Yeah,
both
that's
indoor. Okay.
that's awesome too. I love it.
Absolutely. And so we do have a few more fun things planned for the rest of the week.
Tell me.
What are they?
We're doing popcorn today.
I'll
at
be
hotels.
stopping by there on the way.
Pop on by.
I'm literally even here and going there. Popcorn is my favorite
Yeah.
snack.
Me too.
And then
How did I not know
on
that about us?
Thursday, we are headed to the Lynchburg Humane Society. Fun fact about them is they always need old linen, and we call it terry, but towels
Yeah.
that they use to dry off the animals when they bathe them. They use it in the bottom of the crates to make them a cozy place to sleep. So we're taking a very large donation over there tomorrow. So we're super excited about that. All my animal lovers are clamoring to leave the building tomorrow.
I thought you were going to say you were going to have puppies at the Homewoods. And I was going to have it at Bagels and Benefits. I was going to be like,
I don't know if I can have puppies at the hotel. I don't know that
Bring the puppies.
we would get anything done at all. And then Friday, we are doing donuts for all of our guests as they're
Love it.
heading out. And then we have a few fun things planned for the employees. So we're really trying to celebrate and live it up and engage with all the people that matter the most to us, our employees, our guests, our community, and just remind everybody that we appreciate you, and we're here for you and to help you and to serve you, and keep us in mind. We really, we have a great 2 properties. I mean, between the 2 hotels, I have 233 rooms. I have over 4,000 square feet of meeting space. People forget that sometimes.
Yeah.
We've got great meeting and event space, and we are very, very reasonably and competitively priced. And the most important thing, if you are a CVABC member, you get 50% off of your meeting room rental and your audiovisual equipment. 50%. That's a lot of money.
That's amazing.
And the bathrooms are complimentary.
And the bathrooms are complimentary.
It's very nice, I may add.
Yeah. So those of you who don't know me, like Jennifer is one of my favorite people, not just in the CVABC, one of my famously just favorite people. I'm not going to say anything about Heather. I couldn't help
fabulous.
it.
You better be nice to
great.
her.
I show up here every week and I sit next to her. So like, you
There's
know,
got to be
I
something.
guess she's okay.
It's all right.
But Jennifer is one of my favorite people. So to hear that Hilton is like, oh, we have to refresh all of our rooms, so we have to get rid of the pots, so we give it to a local nonprofit. Like, I didn't know any of that. I didn't know any of that. It didn't even occur to me that those things in the hotel get changed. Like,
Yes.
I don't want to say on a schedule, but like on a schedule. Like
There's a rotation process.
Right, right. And it was like, I just thought it was like, oh, when something's not good, you replace that one thing. But to go through and upgrade kind of all the rooms, first of all, it's a great experience for it refreshes the room for the experiences of your guests, but also the impact that has on families that need those things. Like,
And we
pots and
always
pans are
offer it
expensive.
to our employees first.
I love that
Our
too.
employees get first dibs on anything that we're getting rid of.
Right.
They get the opportunity to have access to that first. You know, they're our top priority. And then once they have had the chance to look through that, then we want to see where can we take it next? Like, who in the community could benefit from this? And I work with an amazing group of people. So this was a truckload of housewares that went yesterday.
Define a truck.
Like
Trucks come in many sizes.
a big
Like a big U-Haul box truck kind of thing.
Suburban SUV thing filled from the back to the front with stuff in my trunk of my car too.
Love it.
Well, that took, was there 4 or 5 employees? The whole staff gathered the stuff up, but then they had to pack it up, and then they had to load it, and then we had to deliver it, and we had to unload it. They care. Like, they're wonderful people. I work with some of the very best people in this town, and they were all so excited to participate. Like, it was just fun. We had a really fun time yesterday.
You know
and
what
they're
I need to
equally
do?
excited about what we're doing tomorrow.
It's hard to get employees excited about something that doesn't put something in their own pocket. And that's just a human thing. That's not saying anything bad about people, just employees in general. For you to say, like, everybody was involved, everybody was helping, everybody loves it. Like, this Home with Hilton thing, like, I want to see that on a commercial.
Okay.
Like a national commercial. So I
I'll
texted it to you so we wouldn't forget.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I did. I was like, a Home with Hilton employment campaign. Like, that's fantastic. So are you currently hiring now?
We are hiring for a few positions.
Okay.
I think we're always looking for housekeepers. You know that.
Yeah.
Definitely are always looking for housekeepers. And I think that's the primary situation. I think all the other positions have been filled at this time, although I might get in trouble for saying that if the GMs are looking for something else. And just housekeeping is what sticks out in my mind at the moment. And that's part of a certain person is drawn to the hospitality industry.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what brand you work for.
Right.
This is, a labor of love, so to speak.
Right.
People come to work in the hospitality industry because they care about other people. They want to extend goodwill, a welcome, a positive experience to others. And we thrive on that. That's how we get our rush. That's what excites us.
Right.
It's when you tell us, we made your day. My room was great. The hallways are fresh and clean. Thank you so much for the extra thing that you did for me. Oh my gosh, the pool was wonderful. Those things matter to us. And we want to do everything that we can to make sure that you have an exceptional stay. And I work with 2 teams of people who are dedicated to doing that every single solitary day. That's not easy. It's a lot. Can you imagine cleaning 20 rooms?
No.
No.
I can barely clean
room.
my own.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Can you imagine cooking for a couple hundred people every day?
Nope.
I don't like
No,
cooking for
because
just me.
I don't cook for myself, really.
Mhm.
So I couldn't do what I do if I didn't have the right people on
Mhm.
my team, and they're all amazing, and they all have their thing that
And so
they're good at.
David comes with you to a lot of events, and David is
David
like,
is
David
awesome.
is fabulous.
he's right below you on some of my favorite people. So he's fantastic. I always have a fun time when David's there.
Yes,
So,
he's fantastic.
yeah. And it's, I always love it when he's got to stand up and say something because he does not like talking in front of people. So, which believe it or not, I don't either. Somebody asked me the other day, I said I didn't like getting into talking in front
David
of
is
people.
very thoughtful about what he does say.
he
Very
is.
conscientious and thoughtful about
But
his words.
I told people that I speak at the Lynchburg City Schools CNA graduation every year, right?
Okay.
Last year, I wrote a beautiful little speech, like it was all great. And I got up there and I talked about this fast and just read through it and went through and was telling somebody about that the other day, like how fast I was talking because I got nervous. I was like, because I get really nervous when I have to talk in front of people. And they just looked at me like, you do a podcast every week. I'm like, yeah. And we do the tea time. That's different.
Mhm.
There's
because
nobody
there's-
here.
Everybody's looking at
There
you.
is not a crowd in here looking at me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
It's just your pals.
yeah. So, but I love that. And everything you said about Hilton today makes me love you more. Because if I travel, like a Hilton is my first stop. One,
Yes,
because
same.
I collect my points. And two, because I think I've told you this before, but when Sheena and I got married, we had a 6 a.m. flight to go on our honeymoon and we stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn. So
As well, you should.
every time I walk through the front doors, I'm just like, it's just like being married again.
You know, one of the
To
things
the
I
same
love the
person, for the
most
record.
about going to, so I love going to hotels. I'm not gonna lie. Some people are like,
I love it.
I love it. You know what I love the most? Y'all have the best pillows and like comforters, and like your sheets are all like, I snuggle in them. And I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I consider like, can I stuff these in my bag? Will they charge me? They will. So I'm not going to do it. But I need to find out how to like purchase like what you guys have. Because
A
I need
lot
it
of
at
the
my
hotel
home.
chains have websites where you can go and you can buy
Purchase.
their things directly.
Ah,
You can buy
didn't
exactly.
know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
been
to need
there,
to
done
do
that.
that.
Packages.
And I'll say this: I've been to a lot of events
I'm
at
gonna
the
need to
Hilton
do that.
Garden Inn and the Homewood Suites. I have never had anyone rude or
Oh, yes.
like they
right.
are all so friendly,
Aw.
especially at the Hilton Garden Inn. I don't know the lady that
Tisha.
she's one
That's
of my
our
favorites.
girl. Yep.
Mhm.
So, because as you know, last time we had a board, because we do our board meetings at the
Yes.
our CVABC board meetings, and Jennifer's on our board, and so glad to have her.
Thank you.
She is the voice of reason when I am not. Not really, but I'm going to say that.
Or definitely
Sounds
when
good.
I'm not.
Now that is true.
Definitely.
So, but I had to get access to another part of the hotel, and she was like, we had a good old time laughing about it, and I joked like I had to go through where the pool was, and I was like, I didn't fall in the pool. She was like, I'm so glad.
She is the sweetest.
So-
Is she the same young lady that helped set up in the?
Yes.
Oh, I love her.
Tisha is
Love
there.
her.
Sometimes I feel like she's there just all of the time. She just pops around the corner and there she is. I'm going to have to tell her when I get back to the hotel that we were talking about her today because she will
Yeah.
get the biggest kick out of this.
She needs 2 donuts on Friday.
She deserves a dozen donuts. She is amazing. And she runs all of our front of the house banquet operation. And if you've done any event in our hotel in the last 8 years, she's been the person that has helped you and taken care of you.
So she's been there 8 years.
Yeah, she and I started almost at the same time. I think I started in May and she came like a month or two later. So we
So
worked
she
together the
also
whole time.
found a home with Hilton.
She did find a home.
I'm telling you.
And she has been promoted and progressed. I mean, she started as a restaurant server and then worked her way up into banquets. And so now she is, she's
love
a
that.
supervisor for the department, for the food and beverage
Yeah,
department.
she is
We
one
love
of
her.
the sweetest people. Anytime I come in for an event, like she is always making sure, like, you know, do you have everything you need? Or if, you know, if there's something that I'm saying like, oh, I can't, you know, find this or that. She is one of the just smiley, like it doesn't matter what
All
time
the
in
time.
the morning I'm there.
Mhm.
And I may be showing up at 7 a.m. to set up. And she's just like, hey.
So I'm going to say something about Heather, and it's nice. So
Oh my gosh.
this really is me.
Oh, here we go.
Heather knows how to put on an event, right? She knows all the things. However, I don't think there's ever been an event where something didn't go wrong.
Oh,
Because it's the
absolutely.
nature of the
Oh,
beast,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It is.
And when it's at the Hilton Garden Inn or
Homewood.
Homewood Suites, like I always know that like it'll work out because like somebody's going to come up with a solution, right?
Yes.
So it always works out great. So
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear
It's-
that.
Yep.
I've never had a bad experience,
Well, thank you.
and there's not very many places
Wonderful.
I can say that.
Just keep shouting that from the rooftops.
I know you've got a home at Hilton. I'm just
Have
that
a
is
house at Hilton.
I'm gonna be saying that all day. I
Okay.
love it. A home with Hilton. Like I love a good punny sounding
tagline.
Yeah. And it's I love it.
I just whipped that one off the top of my head.
National commercial. I'm going to put you on national TV. I'm
Now I
going
need
to
you
call.
to think
Let's
up a new
do
one
it.
for the
Now that I'm a
ABC.
I'm gonna call
Podcast
Paris
pro.
today.
I feel like I could be on national television.
So I have friends that live in New Hampshire that used to live here, and his last name's Hilton. And so I've got connections.
Okay.
So I'm going to work.
Perfect. Let's work on that.
So he used to talk about his cousin Paris all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Not really a cousin. Yeah, I'm full of it. I'm full of it. But
Yes.
yeah, anyway.
All
Yeah.
right.
It's a shame that there's a Paris Hilton, but not a Lynchburg Hilton. I'm just saying. Like person,
And with
like named
that,
after location.
And
So
with that, it might be time.
with that,
we
it's
ask,
time
I'm going to ask you
move on.
3 questions
Oh, okay.
today.
3.
Ooh,
Here we go.
3.
Okay.
3. Actually, I'm going to ask you 4.
Oh,
Bring it on.
That's the most any podcast guest has ever gotten for me.
Probably because I'm bordering on celebrities.
It is.
I'm
I'm
going to just sit back and
You are. I'm going to
Go,
put a
Heather.
billboard up there.
Jump in and save me if
see
this
what
gets
we
deep.
get.
Home with Hilton. So the first one is, how long have you been part of the Central Virginia Business Coalition?
I have been a part of this organization from the time I moved here to Lynchburg, which has been 8 years ago. The Homewood Suites has been part of it since they opened in 2019.
Wow.
The Hilton Garden Inn has been a member of it before I ever moved here, and I don't know how far back that goes. They have been a member for all combined at least 10 years, probably longer than that.
because I'm working on my 9th year, I think.
Merchants.
Gosh, we're getting old.
9?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going into my 9th year
Mm.
as being a part of the CVABC. And I met Jennifer a little bit after because I think it was with Andrew.
Right.
A little
Andrew
bit
was there
before, yeah.
first. Mhm.
And then, yeah, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm 8 years, and then the hotels probably 10.
Okay. And what's my second question?
I don't know.
What do you
came up
think
with-
the greatest benefit of being part of the CVABC is for the Hilton?
I have 2 answers for that.
Perfect.
So on a professional standpoint,
Well, that's what I was going to ask next for what it meant for you.
Oh,
But
okay,
go ahead.
good.
No,
Okay,
just
well,
answer
then
both
good.
questions. That's good.
2 birds with one stone. So from a company standpoint and a work standpoint, the CVABC gives us an extremely affordable opportunity to market, network, and showcase our businesses.
Mhm.
And it's there. I have yet to find anything that packs as big a punch as this does for what I'm paying for it. And we're sponsors,
Mhm,
so we
mhm.
pay more,
Mhm.
and I still can't find anything that's that level of a value. The marketing opportunities are incredible. From a personal standpoint, my first friends in this town came out of this organization.
Mhm.
My very first friends in Lynchburg
Me
came
too.
from
And I've
the
lived here
CVABC.
since 1984.
We were friends in kindergarten, first grade.
I don't have that on you,
No, no, no.
but
But, yeah,
everybody was very kind. And I remember, I think the second event that I came to, the very first thing I came to when I moved here, like right out of the gate, was about Liberty's graduation, because I moved here like the week before Liberty's graduation.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
I had to go
Baptism by
to
fire.
this thing. Yes, it was wild. But then the very next thing I did was a CVABC luncheon, and that was where you all announced the rebranding from the Retail Merchants Association to the
Mhm.
Central Virginia Business
Yeah.
Coalition. And I remember thinking, gosh, these people are so nice and everybody's so friendly. And many, many, many of those faces are faces I still see today at coffee talks, at our events, at a board table, at everywhere in town.
Yeah.
I mean, I just could go
Yeah.
on and on and on. And I'm really grateful for those relationships. They mean a lot to me. They're very important to me.
I like it.
Mhm.
So my third question was, what does it mean to be a sponsor of the CVABC, which you touched on a little bit. But what's your
Yes.
favorite thing about being a sponsor?
Oh, gosh. I think part of it for me is, I mean, I love to see my name in lights, not my name, but our hotel
right.
names. You know, it means a lot to like see that pop up there and for people to understand we support this organization. We're supporting this specific event. This is what matters, because I think it speaks a lot to who we are as a company, and my management company, which is Paragon Hotel Company. I would be remiss if I did not mention them, because they own and manage our properties. And they're the ones that give me the leeway to say, yes, here's the budget to be the sponsor of this organization. And so that speaks a lot to what they are, who they are as people and as a company, and what we believe in as a collective whole. So that means a lot to me. I love the events that we put on. Like Heather, you and your team do an amazing job. And I like to remind people that's a little team of 3, and they're amazing.
Mhm.
And the Women's Empower event is my favorite. I'm so excited about this. I have 2 other people coming with me. Like, we are ready to go.
So it's also my favorite event because it's my mom's favorite event.
Yeah.
Because she,
And I love
with that question, she's like, I want to go.
Yes.
Right. And she enjoys it so much that it makes it my favorite event.
Yes.
Right.
It's
So
incredible.
It is.
And Lead on Business Summit,
Yeah, that was
amazing.
great.
Our
Yep.
breakfast, everything that we do, I think we do really well and done in a way that is relaxed and enjoyable and very welcoming to everyone. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how big or how small, whether you're a sole proprietor or a larger organization, everybody's welcome and everybody's treated the same. And I think people get that feeling as soon as they walk into a room where we are as a group.
I'm going to just say, and you didn't ask me a question, but I'm going to answer this question.
You can't answer. I didn't ask you.
My question to myself is, you asked her, what does it mean to her to be a sponsor, right? So I'm going to just say, what does it mean to the CVABC to have businesses and organizations like Jennifer's and yours, Mike, as a sponsor? Because I think it's really important for people to understand that for me specifically, and for the organization too, but like, one of the things I think I pride myself on is that I don't take any of my sponsors for granted. Like, you're not just an income source to me. It's not just like, oh, I need your money, that sort of thing. And I think a lot of places is like that. It's, we do need the money because that is what helps run our organization.
Right.
But we try and make it very where you're getting something back in return. So you don't feel like, oh, here, I just threw money and where did it go? You know what I'm saying? But for us, though, it's not about just supporting me, you know what I'm saying, as an employee, like the CVABC. You're supporting all of the other small businesses that are also a part of the Central Virginia Business Coalition. And I mean that because the reason we're able to do some of the things that we do, some of the events that we do, or even some of the marketing benefits that we're able to kind of push out to these smaller businesses, like, we're able to do that because we have sponsors that help support our organization, and that funding is coming in to where we can say, oh, we can pay so much every month to have free billboards that we give to other small businesses. Or, we have this podcast that we can host because we have sponsors that help us and believe in the organization. But the other thing is they believe in other small businesses. Like, they believe in the growth of our area and the growth of the businesses that come in. And you're right, Jennifer, like, I don't ever get, oh, I came in and nobody talked to me, or I felt like I just was in a corner and I wasn't welcomed, or I didn't have the same, they looked down on me because I wasn't dressed in a suit, or, this or that. And I always get like, I came and I just felt like I was super nervous when I got there. And then by the time I left, I already had friends. Like,
yes.
And that's just how I feel. So whether they're a sponsor or a member, it's kind of the same thing. But my sponsors, though, for me, I'm so appreciative to everyone, whether they are, a $400 sponsor, whether they've paid me $100 to be on the water bottles we give at an event, like anything like that. I'm sorry, 150. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, wait a minute.
Like, Mike's my Power Water sponsor. Excuse me. But like, if you do things like that, regardless of what it is, we appreciate you. And I just want to put that out there because, we always ask, like, what do you get as a sponsor? But I want people to hear, like, too, what do we get? Like, I want people to realize, like, it's extremely important to me. And, I love all my people. That's all I'm saying.
Well, and it's
I have a lot of
interesting
love.
because Mike and I get to see this from a unique perspective. So we are members, we are sponsors, we are delegates / volunteers, and we're board members. So we see it from, with the exception of being a direct employee, we see it from every angle, how the organization works and what it means to the businesses, but also what it means to the organization itself. And, I'm very proud of this. I'm very proud to be part of this and to be on the board and to be a volunteer and to be able to participate and to be a sponsor. Like, that is, I wear that as a badge of pride. So it's an organization I'm very happy and very proud to be a part of.
And I'm very proud to be the executive director, but I think the two of you guys can tell, and I love what I do. I love the people. I love the organization. And yes, do I take on way too much crap sometimes? I really do. But it's just because I have so much like, I just want to do so much for everyone because I love it. And I appreciate the two of you and my other board members that rein me in sometimes. I have had a lot of growth in the last 3 years, I feel like, because I'm able to learn from you guys that do things I don't and are able to come, like, you know, Jennifer and I were able to go, we had our lead on conference and, you know, Jennifer came with me and we were able to sit down and we were able to make some different decisions than maybe I would have just me going in there. And like, I learn a little bit of something all the time. And I think if you're not learning and growing, you know, then what are you doing? So I tweak something all the time. I'm changing something, you know, I take feedback, I take criticism. I mean, sometimes but I mean, I'll listen, I take it and I try my best to do what I can because for me, it's not about me. Honestly, it's about the members I've got.
At the
and
end
that's
of the day,
biggest
you
thing.
want the organization to grow, to support businesses more. And
even Megan and Autumn, I want my staff to grow eventually. But I mean, I want them to, you know, y'all are talking about a great place to work. We're a small staff, but I want them to love being there too. I want them to be a part of it. I don't want them to be like, you know, this isn't worth my time or, you know, I don't get anything out of it.
Why am I doing this?
Yeah. I want them, whether it's just
literally in the job I am now, because I was sitting at work one day. I was like, why am I doing this?
Yeah. So
Like,
anyway, I
was
can keep talking for like way longer than this podcast is supposed to be going. So I'm going to stop talking now. But I did just want to bring that up because I just wanted people to know, like, hey,
so
I got things. So I'm sorry. I took over.
Fourth question is,
bring it on.
because we are in a unique position,
Yes.
right, of being CVABC board members.
Yes.
What has the experience of being a board member been like? And what do you think is the greatest benefit to you for being able to kind of help guide the organization?
I'm going to buckle up for this.
Oh,
That's a good question.
Serious.
I don't know how I would answer it.
Well, I was very honored to be asked to be on the board. I have never been on a board of directors before, so I was extremely humbled and grateful and appreciative for the opportunity. We have some very seasoned board members that have been extremely kind and gracious as far as showing the way. Like, how do we do
Telling the
this?
history.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these people have been a part of this organization for what?
Decades.
Decades.
40 years at least.
Yes.
I mean, I have some that,
And so that's a lot of information to share with someone who's new to this position and how we do this and where some of our decisions have come from and what's driving them.
Mhm.
So that's been incredible to see people's dedication to their business, but to the organization for that period of time. That's impressive to me. And we now have some newer board members, like even newer than me.
Right.
And
You're no longer the new kid on the
I'm
block.
no longer the new kid. I'm like a little bit seasoned, very baby seasoned.
A little
And
paprika.
they are incredible business owners. So I feel very privileged to literally sit at a table with these people who run very reputable businesses.
Right.
Are incredibly smart, very talented. And I feel like every time I sit down with them, I'm garnering more information on just to be how a better leader, a better business person, how to not just be a better board member, but also to be a better business person in my space.
Right.
And I'm very grateful for that. And I'm exposed to things that, you know, I normally wouldn't be exposed to otherwise. And most importantly, I think when we all sit down together and we each take our knowledge base and we put it together, that's powerful to me. That's very powerful to see how we all bring something different to the table. But when you put that together as a collective whole, what we're able to do to help our business community is incredible. Like, that blows my mind. There are a lot of really good ideas in that space. There are a lot of very good talent and people who are able to just see things from different perspectives and how best to take maybe an idea that Heather has. How do we take that and bring that to fruition? And what's the best way to do that for the organization's best interest, but also for the best interest of the members.
And it helps me feel like I'm not on an island alone.
Yes.
Like sometimes I feel or felt in the past like I was making decisions and I didn't have a ton of like, you know what I mean? Like it's just somebody I can bounce ideas off of and they can say like, slow down, Heather. Like, you know, not today. Or, you know, that's a great idea. How do we make that work with what we've got, you know, the budget we have and the things that we're doing. So, you know, like you said, I don't have a large staff. So having supporters, you know, within my board of directors or even as my delegates and volunteers that you guys are as well is very important to having a successful organization and keeping it running and keeping it fresh too, because, you know, you don't want it to become stale where people are like, oh,
and no one person is the expert on everything.
Absolutely.
So you cannot be the expert on the legal, the financial, the marketing,
the HR,
social media, the HR. You can't be the expert on everything. And we actually have on our board experts in a variety of different areas. And so, again, when we talk about legal issues and financial issues, I learn a lot from those people. You know, I have a lot of experience in this side of it. So when we come to our events and things that we are deciding to do as an organization, I understand how to make those profitable, how to make those successful, how to streamline that. And just, it's great. I've enjoyed this more than I could ever really put into words, for sure.
Well, I enjoy having you both.
Well, thank you.
In all the aspects, members, sponsors, delegates, board members, friends, all the things. So
good. Well, you're not getting rid of us anytime soon.
Nope, not till next week.
Not till next week. Well, but for today, I'm going to get rid of you.
Right. So I want to say one more thing that if you're still listening, I know we ran over today.
Yeah, we
if you're
did.
still listening, make sure Love Heals, one of our nonprofit partners, they're having a Love Heals Ashley Beasley show Friday night at
Mission
House Coffee. I'll be emceeing that event. I have no idea what I'm going to say, but we'll figure it out 5 minutes before. And it's going to be a great thing to try and help give back to one of our CVABC members who is always supportive. And also I'll be at Mountain View Church on Saturday in Forest working the table for Ashley. So if you want to support her business, come see me and Sheena and buy some big goods. So
that's so sweet of you.
Yeah. No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended.
So I'm just going to eat everything and
then
be like,
birds
came in and took everything and left. So
time to go. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for listening in. And thank you for joining us on Talk Local to Me. If you want to find out more about any of the events or the members or how to be a member or sponsorship information, you can find that at
cvabc.org. We're going to jam it out. Have a great week. We'll see you next Wednesday.